Opening a Monaco bank account is a status symbol reserved for the super wealthy. Banks here specialize in private banking and basically exist to help you make more money. So it's no surprise that Monaco banks are especially helpful for a certain type of client with specific banking objectives and long-term goals. And in today's video, we're going to discuss who these clients are, how they can open Monaco bank accounts, and how to get started choosing the right banks. But before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get alerted every time we post new non-resident banking opportunities. Here at GlobalBanks, we help individuals and businesses unlock the benefits of international banking by helping them find and open accounts with the best international banks available. That's why we created the free non-resident banking starter guide. It's designed to help non-resident and foreigners open accounts in top jurisdictions, just like Monaco. So don't forget to download your copy using the link in the description below. Now, to make sure there's no misconceptions out there, opening a bank account in Monaco can be done both as a resident and a non-resident. Depending on which bank you approach, the required opening deposit can range from 500,000 euro to 2 million euro. That's right, you need $500,000 just to bank here. If you're not ready to make that sort of deposit, you might be more interested in banking in Andorra, the Isle of Man, or one of the many other top jurisdictions with lower requirements. As for opening in Monaco, you will almost always be required to meet a banker face-to-face. But with the right connections going in and by approaching the right bank, it is possible to have them come to you instead. But just because you can afford the opening deposit doesn't mean you should open a Monaco bank account. After all, there are a lot of private banking hubs around the world to choose from. So let's look at why Monaco might work for you. First of all, 85% of the bank accounts in Monaco are held by non-residents, which means the country is a fiscal haven that understands, caters to, and helps support the lifestyle, purchases, and financial objectives of non-residents. But the clients that benefit the most from opening accounts with a Monaco bank are those in search of creative financing, luxury purchases, tax residency, and are struggling to open accounts elsewhere. So the answer to why open a Monaco bank account really depends on you and your objective. For instance, if you're obtaining residency in Monaco, banking here is a must. If you're interested in purchasing luxury real estate on the French Riviera, Monaco banks can certainly help. And if you want to collateralize your investment portfolio, finance a luxury yacht, or splurge on a multi-million-dollar art collection, opening a Monaco bank account is a step in the right direction. With this in mind, let's take a look at some of the benefits that you can capture by opening a Monaco bank account. First of all, remote opening is possible if you choose the right bank, have a solid banker, can meet the minimums, and know how to present yourself properly. This is common across many private banking hubs, but in Monaco, it tends to be more prominent so long as you select the right bank and have the right contacts going in. That said, in almost all instances, you'll be required to have a face-to-face meeting at some point after the account is open. This typically ranges from 3 to 6 months. Second, banks in Monaco accept offshore companies and exotic structures so long as you can pass due diligence and can deposit an acceptable sum. That said, some Monaco banks do prefer that you open a personal account first, while others will happily entertain applications for your desired structure on day one. The biggest challenge is finding the right bank and a banker that's motivated and willing to accommodate your profile and existing structure, since not all of them will. Third, Monaco accepts members of the Unlucky Passport Club if you can meet the minimums, pass due diligence, and have a clear source of wealth. In other words, Monaco banks are happy to take your money. And bankers will not only understand your client profile, but there's a strong possibility that they will also speak your language. This is an important distinction because banks in some jurisdictions are now starting to turn away clients from Russia, Central Asia, Ukraine, and other countries. Monaco, on the other hand, will welcome you with open arms. Next up, Monaco is home to sophisticated bankers and services. In fact, service is on par with what you would expect in Switzerland and Liechtenstein, and will go the extra mile to fulfill your financial objectives. They are masters at tax-efficient structuring and creative investment arrangements. Lastly, Monaco banks can offer creative real estate and luxury financing that isn't available elsewhere. This is especially true if you're interested in acquiring real estate or other luxury assets in Monaco or along the French Riviera. Okay, now that we know the benefits of opening an account in Monaco, let's talk about who should bank here. The first group that can consider banking in Monaco are non-residents with no connection to Monaco. In fact, if you're a non-resident looking for private banking outside of the EU, Monaco is a solid option to consider. In which case, how much money you have, your financing and investment requirements, and residency profile will likely help determine whether Monaco is the best choice for your banking. Of course, you can look at other options like Switzerland, Liechtenstein, and Andorra as well. Next up are foreign companies and estate planning structures in need of sophisticated banking. In other words, families with foreign entities, offshore companies, and estate planning structures who are finding it difficult to open accounts elsewhere. This is especially true since Monaco seems to be more open, accepting, and willing to onboard such entities as clients. Of course, individuals acquiring Monaco residency will also need to open a Monaco bank account. They will also need to obtain a letter proving financial self-sufficiency. This is a crucial step in the residency process. In the past, how much money you had to deposit to acquire this letter was at the discretion of the bank. However, those days are now over. Now, the Monegasque government oversees the process and requires that all prospective residents deposit at least €500,000 in a Monaco bank in order to meet the residency requirements. And finally, people who can afford a Monaco bank account can obviously bank here. And in fact, this is one of the most important considerations when determining if you should bank in Monaco. Private banking in Monaco, like elsewhere, requires significant wealth, often more than the average person or company can deposit. So before spending any more time determining if you should bank here, let's take a look at the financial requirements. When considering banking in Monaco, a common question that comes up is, how much money do I really need to open a Monaco bank account? Well, it really depends on the bank and your banker. If you're going in blind and don't have any banking contacts in Monaco, expect to deposit at least €500,000 or more just to get your foot in the door. Additionally, the minimum deposit required can vary widely depending on your client profile. In other words, the higher risk you are to the bank, the higher the minimum deposit the bank is going to ask you to make to open an account. Alternatively, if you have significant wealth, are an obviously profitable client, or plan on obtaining financing through the bank, special arrangements can be made for minimums to be waived. Ready to open an account? Let's look at how you can get started. First, you need to choose a Monaco bank. This is the most important decision, and you'll want to be sure that the bank and banker you're dealing with are a good fit for you, your financial objectives, and your investment goals. Step 2 is evaluating services, fees, and their investment offering. This is often overlooked by people new to private banking, but it's critical. Before signing on as a client, you'll need to look closely at the account agreement, investment proposal, fee structure, account restrictions, terms of service, and more. In fact, read it twice. Understanding the products and services that your banker is proposing is crucial and sets the tone for your relationship and fee structure moving forward. Step 3 is to complete the due diligence process and then wait. The time it takes to open a Monaco bank account varies from bank to bank. Each bank has different internal procedures, and ultimately your client profile will be an important factor. Assuming you provide the bank with all the documents they need, you're a model client, and pass due diligence with flying colors, Monaco banks can open accounts in as little as 7 to 10 days. On the other hand, if you choose one of the many Monaco banks that have notoriously slow onboarding, you can expect to wait between 2 or even 3 months, and in some cases even longer, just to receive compliance approval. Step 4 is making the minimum deposit. Once you're approved, it's time to deposit your cash. Of course, this will be different for every client and will depend on the amount that you agreed on with each banker. The fifth and final step is your in-person meeting. Private banks have a more hands-on approach, which usually requires physical paperwork and an in-person meeting. This is especially the case if you're a non-EU citizen or non-EU resident, don't have an existing banking relationship, and don't have any ties to Monaco. But this doesn't always mean you need to show up at the bank in person. If you have the right contacts and are a profitable client for the bank, it's possible to arrange for a more personalized experience that can include remote opening. As always, GlobalBanks insiders can contact us for more details on such options. So, are you ready to open a Monaco bank account? If so, and you just aren't sure how to get started or just want to sort out your banking options, we can help. In fact, after you join GlobalBanks Insider, we'd be happy to directly introduce you to the best account opening options that meet your objectives in Monaco. Plus, when you join GlobalBanks Insider, you'll get instant access to our entire archive of banking intelligence reports. And you will also get access to the GlobalBanks database, home to more than 250 banks from 50 plus countries, including detailed bank profiles, client preferences, and a whole lot more. But most important of all is the support you'll receive from our team of experts, ready to answer your most pressing banking questions and to make suggestions on which banks will best meet your objectives. To get started, just click the link in the description below to learn more about GlobalBanks Insider. But before signing off, don't forget to hit subscribe so you get alerted every time we share new banking opportunities. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.